Where LeBron James and the Lakers were hosting the Thunder. No Luka, no SGA, no problems. This was still a really good game. Second quarter, Luke Kennard gets the steal. He's going to give it up to LeBron in transition here. Watch this. The old man, not so old in this situation, throw it down one time. Defense wanted nothing to do with that.
He pulled up. He was scared.
It looks nice. Fourth quarter now. Thunder trailing by 1. Here's Isaiah Joe. He's going to drive to the rack. He's going to miss. Clean up on aisle 3. IH is there. Thunder up 1. A few minutes later, same score. Thunder with the ball. Watch Jalen Williams. What a cut to the rack off the glass. The smooth kiss. Thunder up 3 now. Under 2 minutes remaining in the fourth. Lakers trailing by 5. James, I mean, what are we doing here, Chet Holmgren? Do we want to win Defensive Player of the Year or not?
Wow, look at you.
You think you're going to get there? You're not getting there. You're not getting there, Joe.
Make it look good, but don't fully commit. It is the regular season after all. Under 2 minutes remaining. Marcus Smart, nice bounce pass inside. That's actually something else.
Jalen Williams.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Don't worry.
Boys all over the place right now. Too busy making jokes, not focused on the material. Classic teacher's feedback for me.
Where do you see the gaps between like where they're at and the things they do well consistently versus like kind of the build that you guys are trying to put together?
You want me to compare us to them?
No, I want to know where you think that like sort of as this team is on. It's like
that's a championship team right there. We're not. So I don't understand.
What are the biggest things you think that are keeping this team as right now?
We can't sustain energy and effort for 48 minutes, and they can. That's why they won a championship.
Kendrick Perkins back with us now. Big Perk. He's not mincing words. Your thoughts on LeBron's postgamer there?
Well, I agree with him. And look, Joe, Monica, let me say this to both of y'all.
Talk to me.
Y'all realize that the Western Conference is wide open? It's wide open. The Denver Nuggets, they don't look the same. They're not healthy. The Oklahoma City Thunder is not healthy. And what did the Lakers do at the trade deadline? They went out and got a shooter in Luke Kennard. They didn't address none of the issues that they needed to address, meaning bringing in a bunch of dogs, especially in the interior. They didn't try to go get a big. DeAndre Ayton has been inconsistent. Jackson Hayes, you don't know what you're going to get from him night in and night out. They didn't address the wing position for us getting a real 3-and-D guy to lock up and be able to space the floor on the other end. So what LeBron James is saying is correct. The Lakers haven't really tried to build out a championship roster since they won it in 2020, and that's really a damn shame.
We haven't seen a lot of LeBron, Luka, and Austin Reeves together on the court. Let's assume for a second, Monica, that somehow, some way, they get healthy. Is the healthy version of the Lakers capable of making a run?
Did somehow, some way, the three of them take a super defensive shot in their leg or something? Listen, the problem for me when you look at this Lakers is they just have no defensive constitution, no real structure, and that, whether you agree with Perk or not on the West being wide open, you're not getting through the West without a defense that people feel, right? You don't have an impact on the defensive side of the basketball. And so I'm honestly, Joe, as you mentioned, the three of those guys, I don't know that, well, first of all, we got to see what happens with LeBron James. But in terms of the formula that we've seen be successful around Luka Doncic, I don't know that Austin Reeves necessarily will fit that formula, right? Dallas gave you the blueprint. And so for me, sure, this team is healthy. Luka Doncic is arguably an MVP in this league. You got LeBron James. Maybe he summons up the success of years past. Like, could things happen? They're sitting in fifth right now. Like, yeah, like, but if, you know what I'm saying? Like, who knows? I don't think when I look at this team, I'm not concerned about them being a threat deep into the Western Conference playoffs at all.
Perk, what's the ceiling for the Lakers if they're all healthy come playoff time?
I'm going to be nice and say second round. I'm going to be nice and give them the second round just because you have one of the greatest scorers in the game right now in Luka Doncic. I give him that. Like, again, when you talk about the three-headed monster, I mean, they're dangerous as far as what they could do offensively, but this is not about just getting to the second round of the conference finals when you're talking about a team that has LeBron James on it. You're talking about championship or bust. We're talking about the Los Angeles Lakers. It's no middle ground when it comes down to the Lakers. It's either championships or nothing.
The word that keeps coming up, defense naturally. Last 25 NBA champions, 21 ranked in the top 12 in defensive efficiency at the end of the regular season. Lakers currently ranked 22nd.
The outlier, the Nuggets, right?
The biggest outlier of all, the worst-ranked team, was LeBron in 2016, I believe, against the Warriors.
Okay.
That was the one. Because in the East, you didn't have to play a whole lot back then
Okay.
to get yourself to that situation. But the Nuggets are one of those teams. Look at you.
Only
Razor sharp.
because I'm with you. This is such an important point.
All right, check this out. Meanwhile, on planet Earth, the NBA took center stage last night, and they did not disappoint, fighting for airtime both literally and figuratively.
Oh, there we go, Bush.
Here we go. Musa Diabate, Jalen Duren with the right-hand shove. Now watch this. Saturday, you were a high school wrestler.
Yep, I like it.
Isaiah Stewart comes off. Watch the punches. Now watch Miles Bridges. He shoots for the single.
He went for the shot. Let's go. Drop the hips, lift, dump him. Let's get this. That's when you really.
Y'all are looking at everybody involved in the brawl. I'm looking at all the people on the outskirts that are just watching. All the players that want no part in it. They're looking at them, the old veterans, like, man, this is so much wasted energy. Like, nah, I'm good. They show Duncan Robinson. He's just on the outskirts, just peeking in like,
swing,
get him.
If he had his phone, he'd have been filming it.
Right there, hanging out. Like,
Okay, just watching. Nah.
I'm all right on all of that.
I like it. I like the energy. Let's go. Now people want to watch some ball.
One of two fights in the NBA last night. Isaiah Stewart came flying off the bench to get involved with Bridges there.
He's always
that
in
one
it, though. I like
absolutely going to have consequences.
Yeah.
But yeah, to your point, I mean, we're going to mix it up. The game of Is That McNuts? Monica, let's begin in LA. The Lakers are built to make an NBA Finals run. Is that McNuts?
Now, y'all know better. Whoever wrote this, stop playing with me. That is absolutely McNuts. Unfortunately, this team does not defend, and you can't win without defending. Very simple. No, that's McNuts.
Clearly, that is McNuts. All right, moving on to number 2. The Warriors need to start a rebuild this offseason. Is that McNuts?
Okay, so this one I don't think is McNuts because if Steph Curry is going to continue to add longevity to his already fantastic career, like, he is truly one of a kind. Remember that list of gravity that I mentioned earlier?
Oh, yeah.
He's the #1 guy on the gravity list. So you still have a piece that is respected and can still get it done. If you have a chance to go and reinforce and rebuild this team to make another push, why wouldn't you?
Gravity, the hottest advanced analytics sweeping the nation post-Super Bowl. Number 3, Jayson Tatum has been assigned to the Celtics G League team for a day of practice. If I said an early return from Jayson Tatum could hurt the Celtics, is that McNuts?
So I'm going to say this is McNuts because I think that is an organization with enough depth and equity to understand how to do it well. I also, Joe, will admit that I'm a little hesitant. Just because he's coming back does not mean that he'll be back at that almost 27 points and 9 rebounds form right away, right? Like, this is still a long game. I don't think that this will be a problem for the Celtics, though, at all. In fact, we all, as members of the media, made so much of the discussion of Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum. All they did was figure it out and win a championship together.
Easy as could be. I mean, did not miss a beat. Brown currently 35-1 to win MVP with the two guys in front of him, SGA and Jokic, possibly not making that 65-game threshold. Big Perk's back with us. Perk, if Tatum's able to come back, does that make the Celtics the toughest team to beat in the East?
I wouldn't say the toughest. I would say that they're the most dangerous team, not just in the East, but in the entire league, because they don't have any expectations, right? And they're playing with house money at this point. No one coming into the season thought that the Celtics would be right here in the thick of things, one of the top dogs in the Eastern Conference, with a guy who's the best, with a leader that's the best two-way player in the game in Jaylen Brown. No one thought that. So you get a Jayson Tatum back, even if he's a 75% version of Jayson Tatum, they're dangerous because they have no expectations, but they have a lot of firepower, and you have a duo that has done it before at its highest level with other guys that know how to get it done. And that Vucevic move at the trade deadline was huge for the Boston Celtics.
All right, so let's check in on the odds in the Eastern Conference right now with the Celtics making a lot of noise. But the Cavs find themselves at the top of the heap, 3-1 over at DraftKings. They've won 9 of their last 10, including a 2-0 start since the James Harden experiment has begun. Cleveland, the favorites in the Eastern Conference. Monica, Harden had a huge game-tying 3 to keep the Cavs hot last night. What's their ceiling this year?
Listen, we know that the East, everybody's saying, is wide open. They could get to the finals. I personally am hesitant to say that they will. I just struggle with the idea of ad superstar add water and an equal success immediately. But this is a unique situation to me based on both James Harden's game and the style of play, and then also the experience that both the Cavs had last year and that James has had in the postseason.
All right, so we've talked Cavs and Celtics. One team we're not talking about that's near the top of the list, the New York Knicks. Perk, are the Knicks the best team in the East?
I still get a slight edge to the Detroit Pistons, but I will say this. The Knicks have the deepest roster in the NBA, right? They check all the boxes. Look, they have one of the best closers, one of the best players in the game, the big-bodied Brunson. But ultimately, this is going to come down to the most important player on their team as far as their success, and Karl Anthony Towns. What version are you going to get from him? Like, far as, is he going to continue to buy in that role of being that guy that's going to continue to be a monster on the glass, continue to get better in the pick and roll, continue to be that anchor defensively? The Knicks are another team that's playing with house money. You know why? Because they're set up for position. The best thing that they didn't do was blow up the phone of the Milwaukee Bucks and try to get Giannis right now. And the best thing that happened for the Knicks is that Giannis didn't get traded, right? And he's still in the Milwaukee Bucks uniform. So now the Knicks could go and make a test run and try to make a run with this squad that they have currently constructed. If they don't succeed and they fail, then you go out and you make a move this offseason and you bring Giannis Antetokounmpo in. He wants to be in New York anyway.
I don't know about house money, though, Perk. That's my only thing on what you said that I was like, ooh. I think they came into this season with major expectations based on the landscape of the Eastern Conference. Now, have things changed a bit as you look at the standings and who have emerged, the Bostons, the Cleveland with the trades, et cetera? Yeah, but I do think that there is internal pressure there that the Knicks, quite honestly, are embracing. And I would add, over this stretch where they've been terrific, and I know he's missed a couple of games with the toe injury now, but OG Anunoby has been playing great basketball as well and was quite, well, I don't know how quietly he was, but was also making sort of an all-star case. So
Celtics, Knicks, Cavs, Pistons. The East is shaping into a really fun run here for the second half of the season. Perk, Monica, fantastic stuff as always. Let's go back.
Wanna try to boast at what I look like. Keep them going, try to wear, I pull up long range. Jimmy with the heat, I'm on fire. It's NBA over here, feeling good.